Hina ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah. Hina ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah. Hina ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yah. Hina ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah. Hine ma tohu manaim, shevet achim gam yah.
Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos to everyone. It's nice to see you at the end of another week, another eventful week. I am delighted to be leading services again with Shane Soldinger. Gordon's got a gig. I don't know where he is this week. He's had a lot of gigs this past year. I think he's in Colorado, actually, with a Gordon Lightfoot tribute band, which I hope they'll bring to Napa. So Shane has led services here a number of times already, and we're really excited to have you with us. Greetings to Rabbi Steve Finley from Sonoma and his wife. They're visiting us this evening, and I'm happy to have another colleague with us tonight. And we have several birthdays this month, which we'll talk about at the end. But the only one here right now who I know has a birthday is Kathleen Connery, so happy birthday in advance to you. And what I'd like to do as we light our Shabbat candles and invite up Cynthia Cohen, who is one of our newest board members at CBS. And you can follow the blessing on page 120 in your Siddur. I think one of these days we'll invest in more expensive candles so that they're not so tricky every single Friday night. Part of the fun, yep. You never know what to expect with these candles. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Page 142. Shane's going to lead us in this song, Shalom Aleichem, and as I think I've mentioned many times, this song and many others like it in this part of the Shabbat service, they're fairly new. This was written in the 16th century by young mystics in the town of Tzfat, which unfortunately now is, I just read a New York Times article about Tzfat a few days ago, and many people in Tzfat have left because of the threat of missiles from Lebanon, from Hezbollah. But Tzfat is a beautiful city. It's a mystical city. And in the 16th century, a small group of Jewish mystics, very young, produced some of the beautiful Shabbat melodies that we sing every Friday night. So this one is Shalom Aleichem. It's a prayer about peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hashlagosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bo Hashem LaShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Huni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Halachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zikem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Halachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 144. Please join me in the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shmei Rabbah Be'alma divra chirutei v'imlich malkutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'imiru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'ala mula me'al maya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbar V'yitromam V'yitnasem V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha B'richu Le'ela min kol birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'almam V'imiru. Amen. Our call to worship the Baruch Hu is on page 146. If you are able, please rise.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Please remain standing and join me in English at the top of page 149. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 151. Together, as you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malechuto Leolam Va'ed.
Join me in the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alavavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelektecha v'derech ushokbecha uvekumecha ushartam leot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot beinenecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim l'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem meretz Mitzrayim liot lachem l'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Micha Mocha is on page 158.
Mika mocha be'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedebo kodesh, Mika mocha be'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedebo kodesh. Nora tehilo usebele, Nora tehilo usebele. Mika mocha be'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedebo kodesh, Mika mocha be'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedebo kodesh.
Please join me at the top of page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'amreinu shamreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlamecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlamecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'amidenu shamreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukot shlamecha, ufros aleinu sukot shlamecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with the morning light, just got wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen, 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 amen.
The Amidah is on page 164. If you are able, please rise. And I invite you to join me. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaDibur v'Hanora, Elohim, Elohei Chasadim Tovim, V'Kolei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Maybe Gulal, maybe Hem, Lan Shalom Yahava, Melech Ozei, Moshiach, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibur Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Atah Rav Moshiach, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim. So let Rofim Rofet Holim, Umati Asuri, Umikayeh Nato, Mishene Afa, Michamocha Ba'agviro, Umiho Mela, Melech Meni Tukayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, Kadoshim b'chol yom ya'aluk Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. At this point in our service, we pause and think of those in need of healing on this Shabbat, healing of body, healing of spirit, and healing of heart. And we ask God to bestow the bracha, the blessing of refuah shlema, full and complete healing to the following men and women from our community or those known and loved by our congregation: Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Michelle Camissia, Jesse Friedman, Brenda Flood, Sharon Blevis, Kirk Whitlatch, David Rabb, Jensen Beach, Aaron Ledden, Rachel Sadek, Michaela Cohen, Diane Rado Persile, Tracy Adams, Joan Wilmert, Kim Stevens, James Lynch, Don Copeland, Rachel Hartstein, Sally Gordon, Nancy Pollock, Donna Batdorf, Pat Shapiro, Brad Onorado, Audrey Lieberstein, Denise Robinson, and Michael Blend. And if anyone would like to share a name with us tonight, I invite you to please do so. The Misha Berach is on page 511.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mecho HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishev Berach Imutenu Mecho HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos again to everyone. So at this point in the Hebrew calendar, the Torah describes the Jewish people wandering in the wilderness. We're at the very beginning of the book of Numbers. The Torah portion is called Bamidbar. So we're at the very first couple of chapters of the third book in the 5 books of Moses. And having experienced both the redemptive parting of the Sea of Reeds and the revelation at Mount Sinai, the book of Numbers continues the narrative and ultimately highlights the next 38 years of their journey through the desert. The Israelites have separated themselves from their prior lives of bondage in Egypt. They now travel together as a collective body, a singular, solitary unit, as they make their way through the crucible of Sinai toward the Promised Land. They are largely isolated, set apart from others, while on their mission to become a kingdom of priests, a holy nation. Moses, the leader of the Jewish people, often separates himself from others as well. He is frequently depicted as a man who acts in singular, solitary ways as part of his own mission to serve as God's surrogate and messenger. More than any other figure in the Torah, with the possible exception of Abraham, Moses is of absolute import to the unfolding destiny of the people of Israel. It is Moses who transmits God's ultimatum to Pharaoh. We read this in the Haggadah on Passover. Moses who directs the Israelites through the desert. And Moses who brings his community to the very cusp of the Promised Land. At several of the most important moments of his own life, Moses is alone. After he kills an Egyptian taskmaster and flees into the land of Midian, Moses becomes a shepherd of Jethro, his father-in-law. One day Moses leads the flock far away into the desert, and it is there by himself on Mount Sinai that Moses encounters the voice of God in a burning bush. Now, Moses initially resists the divine call to be God's messenger, to serve as a conduit for God's redemption of the Jewish people. Part of his hesitation is certainly fear of confronting the Egyptian god king. Part of it is also humility, as when Moses says to God, "Mi anochi, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt?" But perhaps a hidden component of his resistance to the divine charge is a sense that his role as a prophetic leader will ultimately separate and at times alienate him from his people. Following the departure of the Israelites from Egypt, Moses guides them as they trek through the wilderness of Sinai. It is in this desolate environment that Moses again meets God. 3 months after his people's release from slavery, Moses ascends Mount Sinai alone. There, God tells him what he is to say to the assembled tribes so that they can prepare for the great theophany, the great revelation, God's communication using Moses as a mediator of the eternal covenant with Israel. God appears on the mountain amidst thunder and lightning, but it is Moses who conveys God's words and will. And after the revelation at Sinai is over, God tells Moses to ascend the mountain once more by himself to receive the stone tablets on which the commandments are inscribed. Moses places his brother Aaron in charge of the community and then goes up to the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. Moses spends a significant amount of time in seclusion, isolated and often in communion with God. His long periods of separation from his people contribute to challenges to his leadership as well as to open rebellion. Moses is viewed by many Israelites with suspicion, resentment, and contempt. It is ambiguous how this affects the inner life of Moses. Does he accept his solitude as a necessary feature of his leadership? Or is he pained by it, experiencing his special and solitary existence not as a divine gift, but as a diabolical curse? The Torah doesn't tell us. At the end of the book of Deuteronomy, at the end of the Torah, the Israelites stand poised to enter the Promised Land. Moses, by that point, is an old man on the verge of death. He offers his final blessings to his people and then ascends to the top of Mount Nebo, where Moses is granted a vision of the land that he will never set foot on. He dies alone, his burial place unknown and unmarked. Religious men and women have known for millennia about the powerful role that solitude can play in our inner development. Individuals of diverse faith traditions went on solitary retreats and pilgrimages. Some, like the Essenes or the early Christian desert fathers, lived alone in caves and in barren cells. Others, like Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, develop their own ritualized practices of intense isolation and self-seclusion. Many of the great and revolutionary spiritual leaders, such as the Buddha and the Baal Shem Tov, first removed themselves from the world before returning to it to share what had been revealed to them. What links all of these figures is not theology or worldview, but a common understanding that solitude can promote insight and transformation. That is certainly the case with Moses. This is what happened to our ancestors, and it is a lesson for all of us in this confusing, crowded, and often hyper-connected world. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. So after I've talked for a while about the importance of solitude and isolation, let's now rise together as a community for the Aleinu prayer on page 586. And I would like to invite Shane's daughters, Theodora and Josephine, to come up to the bima. And Geffen, I think I see you out there too. Why don't you come join them? Is Aviv with you? Grab her really quickly, otherwise we'll just go ahead and open the ark. She can come up after. Aleinu l'shabeach v'adon hakol, l'atenu l'yitzir v'shir. Below somebody. Please be seated. Before we turn to our announcements and our final prayers, I want to read a prayer for the people of Israel on page 552. Avinu Shebashamayim, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state and the people of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And let us all say, Amen. It is my honor and privilege now to invite up new board member, and new treasurer of CBS, Scott Brown, who's going to share with you some important announcements.
I asked the sound man, Shabbat Shalom, by the way, I asked the sound man to lower my voice 2 octaves and give me a little reverb so I sound better. My name is Scott Brown, and I have been elected treasurer. I'll be responsible for protecting the synagogue's assets for the next couple of years. And now, some real announcements. Saturday, June 8th, join Rabbi Niles in a session of Torah study. Our last official day will be Sunday, June 9th for religious school, and all students are expected to attend. Friday, June 14th, Shabbat services celebrating Shavuot, as well as religious school graduation. June 15, we will have a concert to benefit CBS at the Blue Note with the Fleetwood Mac tribute band, Fleetwood Macrame. Soul Sisters will meet 11 a.m. on Tuesday, June 18th to discuss the book Salt Houses by Hala Alyan. Thursday, June 30th, there will be a meeting of the Your Right to Resilience at 3:30 p.m. Join Rabbinic intern Art Grand on June 22nd at 10:30 a.m. for his final Torah study. And don't miss our Shabbat service on Friday, June 28th in honor of Art and all he has done for the synagogue this year. Camp Shavarim starts on Monday, June 24th. There are still spots available to sign up. And please see Mara if you or someone you know is looking for a summer job. We're also looking for a host family for one of our Israeli counselors for the second week of camp, the first week of July. Please contact Mara in the office if you can help out. There are still auction prizes available from the Spring Fling. Please see Temple website or contact Maxine Maluso for more information. And be sure to purchase raffle tickets for this on the synagogue website. See, this week's birthdays and anniversaries. Anniversaries are Daniel Schwartz and Carla Reingenum, 37 years. Naama and Itmar Abramovich, 13 years. Michelle and Roderick Muir, 13 years. Happy birthday to George Yesowich, Ari Massey, Guy Levin, Kathleen Conry, who is that? We know her? Isla Dell, Rebecca Koch, and Mark Gioso, the cheerful armed man at the entrance. So the Friends of Kathleen Conry are sponsoring the Oneg tonight in honor of Kathleen's birthday and also in appreciation for how good she has been to CBS. And that's the announcements. Thank you.
I tried to shake your hand, but you walked too fast. By the way, we have some of our Torah study regulars here. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the book of Ruth because Shavuot is coming up next week. And the book of Ruth is one of the shortest, but also most meaningful and dense books in the Torah. And so if you want to explore this wonderful story, I'll see you tomorrow at 10:30. As we near the end of our service, our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We remember those who have died during the past 12 months. Etta Kessler, Faye Goldstein-Glick, Diana Coyne, Peggy Dooley, Eddie Feld, Frankie Block, Joyce Bisberg, Jake Goldstein, David Mendelson, Nancy Jeanette, Alexander Buddy Cohen, Berna Joseph Sherman, Rabbi Lori Phillips, Pearl Shine, Jerry Mautner, Lauren Bisberg, Terry Swartz, Chava Pearl Bat Herschel Rose Giddle, Victor Lynn, Rosella Bernstein, Morris Feynman, Frank Glickman, and Dee Copeland. We also remember and honor the Yartzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Leona Hecht Spiro, Lee Medine, Emil Erks, my grandmother, Bertha Rakita, Renee Munoz, May Karumba, Janice Charlip, Paterna Gomez, Sidney Slattenstein, Louise Stern, Sanford Meltzer, Gary Wallace, Toby Cohen, Lou Batanin Abramovitz, Samuel J. Green, Gussie Eidelsheim, Ada Santana, and Michael Gordon. And if anyone has a name they'd like to add, I invite you to please do so. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, bagala uvizman kariv v'imru amen, Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace grant peace to all those in mourning and comfort to all those who are bereaved, and let us all say amen. Please be seated. So we're going to turn to our final song, and then we're going to have Kiddush and Motzi, and we have a wonderful oneg waiting for us. And thank you, friends of Kathleen, for putting this all together for us tonight. What are we going to end with?
Oh, say shalom.
Okay.
Oh, say shalom bimrava. Ooh, say shalom aleinu. Ba'oko Yisrael. V'imru, amen. Oh, say shalom bimrava. Ooh, say shalom aleinu. Ba'oko Yisrael. V'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'alko Yisrael. 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 Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'alko Yisrael, v'alko Yeshvei Torah.
I like that little extra at the end.
Yeah,
And let me take that as a sign that I'm going to offer you thanks. We're so grateful that you led services tonight. In Gordon's absence has been maybe half a dozen times, I think, that
About,
you've done it.
yeah.
So I always love leading services with you, and hopefully you'll come back again.
Love to. Thank you.
And I'm going to invite your daughters back up again. So come on back up, Theodora and Josephine. And everyone else, please rise. Please join us in the Kiddush.
Eloheinu melech haolam, orei pri hagafen. Amen. She was going to drink that too. I know she was.
Do you let them drink? Wait, no, you're not done yet. We have to do the next. Hold this up. Hold it nice and high.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lehem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.